Oh my gosh, an autistic boy just died, and I'm absolutely devastated by it. Who could have seen it coming? Do you know why this is performative? Let's talk about it. Whenever an act of violence occurs, we usually get few, delayed, and ultimately pressured responses from public figures that feel surface level, and that's because they usually are. In the wake of yet another murder by the hands of the US police, this time a 17-year-old brown autistic boy with cerebral palsy named Victor Perez shot 9 times in his own home, language accuracy matters more than ever. First, we have to ask ourselves, is a statement addressing a root cause or just a symptom of it? By implying that this act of violence is an accident or freak tragedy, it completely deflects blame from the people and more importantly the systems that are designed to murder black and brown folks under the guise of police enforcement and safety. The initial statement is just identifying a symptom, and quite poorly I might add. Victor Perez, say his name, didn't just die. This implies a passive act with uncertain causes. But he was murdered, an active act of violence, by the Pocatello police, putting blame on who did it. And while this is addressing part of the cause, it's not addressing the root cause. Just like Ryan Gaynor, Victor, and way too many black and brown kids and adults continue to be systematically murdered by the larger police system and white supremacy culture. The modern police system of the US is quite literally built on something called a slave patrol, which, yes, does exactly what you think it did: systematically locate, harm, murder, and imprison black folks. There's no reforming a system that's built on slavery, and there's no good cops in a racist system. It has to be abolished. This is the root cause. And calling for the justice of Victor Perez without blaming the police system and calling for its abolishment isn't justice at all. It's simply performative ego boosting. It only serves you, especially by adding insensitive reactions that center yourself in an act of violence that has nothing to do with you. Oh my god, I'm so sad. I can't believe it. We can. We don't want your tears, your apologies, or your surprise reactions. We want your action. We want you to recognize this pattern for what it is and start holding systems accountable. Which brings me to my last point. Is there a meaningful call to action? No. Here's what you can share. Outside of spreading Victor's story and urging anyone who has power and influence to do so too, while also calling for the abolition of the police system, you can share his family's GoFundMe here, which I've linked in my story highlight, and most importantly, stop calling the damn police. The wonderful Callie of Black Spectrum Scholar, who you should absolutely follow because they rock, shared this super helpful resource with me called don'tcallthepolice.com. It offers alternative resources by city for emergency situations that require de-escalation or intervention by folks who are actually trained to do so. Police will always escalate situations because that's what they are designed to do, and that continues to come at the immense harm of black and brown communities, which should be part of all our advocacy. So stop calling the police and start calling for their abolition. Bye, friends.